everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Opening week in the NFL is an exciting time for everybody, including these two teams here today. It's the Giants going up against the Redskins. The opening kick of the new season is straight ahead as we turn it over to our broadcast duo of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, it's an early season divisional matchup in the NFC East between the New York Giants and the Washington Redskins. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Carry here for Charles Sims. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Again, they run with Sims. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10. First offensive series forthcoming. Deshaun Jackson, wide receiver that certainly needs no introduction in this league.
He's truly one of those don't blink guys, because as soon as you do, he's past you and in the end zone and doesn't mind letting you know about it too.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. On 3rd down, Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up a 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. First carry here for Shane Vereen. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Offensively, the starters for the New York Giants, and one guy that's definitely hoping to stay on the field more this year, Victor Cruz.
And they would love to have him on the field. Just 6 games played over the last 2 seasons, starting with that horrific knee injury. And then when he came back last year, had a calf injury that sidelined him for most of the season. He's trying to get back in form, and the Giants would love to see that.
On 2nd down, here's Manning. Out on the right, this is Cruz. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing is Manning. And incomplete here on 3rd down. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. Now 4th down. On now is Brad Wing to kick it away for the Giants. With it is Jackson. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Redskins will take possession with a 1st and 10. First down, here's Cousins. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And it'll be first down, Washington.
Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But how about the throw by the quarterback? Anticipation on the break from inside to outside. He threw the football. As the receiver turned around, the ball greeted him.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. And we look now at the defense for the Giants.
Olivier Vernon is a defensive end that combines terrific run-stopping ability with a quick first step to the passer.
They come out here in the eye. They'll run here with Sims. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. The tackle by Janoris Jenkins.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on 3rd. They'll try to run for it with a fullback Young. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
And how about that on 3rd down? So many different directions an offense can go. Throw it out wide to the receivers, get it to their speedy running back. They changed up everything and handed it to the fullback, and he surprised them all and picked up a first down.
Lucky 56. Leopard. Detroit. Watching that, Barney.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Hey, here we go now. Boom, land it. No. Check. Now, look at this. Watching that, Barney.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Green, 39. All right, now, lucky 56.
From the red zone now, Cousins. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
Yeah, a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. Sims. And give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Now it's the power game. Here's Young, the fullback. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darrell Young taking it in from a yard out. And the Redskins have taken a first quarter lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, If you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Back to the air on second down. It's Manning. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So Manning to Beckham in this defense, they better hone in on that connection.
It's almost like an electrical charge for him, isn't it? When he catches the first one, I'm talking about OBJ, he just goes to the huddle and says more, more, more. And really, he's just one of those guys that once he gets going, look out.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. They come out here in the eye. On the run, here's Vereen. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down. And counting the defense here, the Redskins had 6 defensive backs out there. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. He usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever is in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
They'll run it again with Sims. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. Keenan Robinson, the one that got him down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here, 2nd and 7.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
Cousins now on second down. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Lucky 56. Lucky 50.
On third down, Cousins. And he comes back with one complete. They get 14 yards there and a first down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Let's go. Green.
A first down throw for Cousins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
So 3rd and 15 and an extra defensive back in the game now.
Flooding the passing lanes.
He's got time in the pocket. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
That's a down and distance coach is always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
A screen here to Vereen. Uses the stiff arm, and he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. It'll go as a gain of 10 there, and that leads to a New York 1st down in the red zone this time. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster. It all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. And he fires one incomplete. So a pass interference here, and this is obviously a call we see all the time, but for the defender, it's becoming almost impossible to play defense in some of these situations.
You're trying to play through the receiver to the football. If there's any contact at all before he gets there, those officials will throw the flag and call interference.
5 yards to go for the offense. 1st down and goal from that 5-yard line. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, we're into the 2nd quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, to get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you? I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on 3rd and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
I'm only chuckling because I remember one of my coaches talking about, well, if you need 2, you better get 2. If you only get 1, that's not a successful play, and that's what they got.
Yeah, tried the sneak for 2. We know that can be tough. It showed tough there. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses we talk to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they've wanted to.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Leopard! Leopard! Now let's go! Blue landing!
Cousins on first down. Right side caught by Jackson. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards.
Everyone's got 4. 4 down. Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. A dump off to Sims. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now they run with Sims. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
No. Check. Patriot. The truck's in now, Barney. Hurry up. Here we go. Blue landing. No. Check. Patriot. Watch him now, Barney.
Watch twins.
Back line up, Philly. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The linebacker, Kelvin Shepard, brings him down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy. Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. So as they take it over, we step aside. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And it's off the crossbar. Oh, he couldn't even get it there. It's no good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On first down, Manning. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Well, that's the kick starter right there. Eli Manning finding his guy, Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, it's a deadly combination, isn't it?
It really is, but what really makes it work is just how unflappable Eli is with his demeanor, able to maintain his calm and his poise, because we know OBJ, he can run pretty hot and get excited out there.
Sometimes just one-handed grabs for him.
It doesn't matter what it is. Just throw it up there. He'll go get it.
Here's the former 7th-round pick, Rashad Jennings. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Tackle made that time by Chris Baker.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game.
Johnson was the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. Pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Odell Beckham, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now we look at the Redskins offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
4 down, 4 down. Here we go now. 3, 19.
Second down, Cousins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to bring up a third down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, My list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there. And there we saw completion.
And a gain there of 11 yards.
Football is such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you're thinking, man, the fullback's probably going to get the ball. But when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Over.
Cousins now on 2nd down. Trying to lay one up deep. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
So now a 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look. On 3rd down, Cousins. He's going to try and go deep again. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. New York set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
If you love pressure,
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They stick on the ground. Again, it's Vereen. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Back now at FedEx Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. Receivers work all the time on making sure they catch the ball, haul it into their bodies before they turn and run. A little bit of loss of focus on that play.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Now Manning. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And now the rookie's free. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Their big tight end with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. It's good to make it 17-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
All right, here we go. Green.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Complete to the right. This is Garcon. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Time right. Over. Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Cousins now. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. He will not go down.
Have to retape those ankles.
And he is down deep into Giant territory.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who could make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Now Sims. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. No. Check, Patriot.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. Looking for someone to throw to. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Play clock winding down. They'll run again with Marine. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, there's no doubt the defense has to be excited after stacking up back-to-back running plays. But I still remember my old coaches saying, after you've had some success, you better be careful. They might have an answer for you. So make sure you watch your keys, play your techniques, and don't get overconfident.
On third and long, it's Manning. And he fires one, but incomplete. Here's Brad Wing now as he's on to punt for New York. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. No. Check. Patriot! Patriot! All right, here we go. Blue line!
Cousins. And incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Second down now after the incompletion.
Set! 3-19!
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. A dump off to Sims. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Now out come the Giants. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here we go with 2nd and 7. Shift together here from the D-line. Throwing now is Manning. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So out now come the Redskins. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Cousins on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
My high school coach John Ford used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. That is incomplete. Charles Sims, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I remember growing up playing basketball. My coaches always talked about communicating on defense, making sure you talk on defense, know where your screens are, know where the cuts are coming from, who has who. But guess what?
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Here we go now. Watch it now, Barney.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. It's brought in by Doxson. 22 yards on the pickup there. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
And now a 1st down following that long gain. They come up in an offset eye. Here's Cousins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that right there will set them back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
So now a 1st and 20.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now Cousins. And this one is incomplete. Certainly some contact there, and that's why there's a penalty on the defender for pass interference.
So hard to time it up for a defender to hit the receiver when the ball arrives. Got there a little bit early on that one.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Cousins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's picked off by Louis Delmas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Giants ready to come out now. They're in a good spot. 2-possession game barely, but a 2-possession game here late. Now they just have to put this game on ice.
Let's face it, right now, they're talking about ball security, taking care of it, not allowing anything crazy to happen, because we've seen nutty things happen down the stretch, but they also have the security of the scoreboard. With that type of a lead, even if something goes haywire, they're still in good shape.
They'll run here with Vereen. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Here's Vereen. Room here to run. And he will have the 1st down here as he's up to the 15. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Giants, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Washington, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we sign off from Landover.